Hey, guess what? My first 2SKO trophy! You guys know how I did it? Teemo's broken. That's it. Alright, thank you guys for watching. Alright, no, seriously. You know the drill, Let's go over what the hell happened and exactly why Teemo is broken, right? So, this last weekend was Astral Finish in Mexico, where I competed both in Grand Blue and 2XKO. So, of course, the primary focus in 2XKO, because that's kind of all I've been playing, really. And this is also the last tournament that's going on before the patch that totally killed Teemo, right? I mean, Teemo, Echo, and Yasuo are totally killed now. Right. Anyways, because this is supposedly the last tournament, we're just going to abuse the double down tag, get a full combo, because that's still a thing. And let's probably talk about what's going on. So I was going into top 8. I think I had not lost a round yet going into this top 8. It was a pretty smooth path, but typically not exactly doesn't exactly get easy in top 8 normally. So you guys know how the drill when it comes to Ari and Teemo. Ari Super into Teemo Super. Basically, main goal: get as many points towards Teemo badges as humanly possible. Teemo Super into tag. Why is it still a thing? I honestly don't know. But it still is. So as much as I hate it, and as much as I will talk bad about it, it's really good. It is still really good. So was that Invincible Darius attack. How did that drop? Yeah. Learn from me, and when you gotta run like that, don't do run up a 3H spin. It doesn't work. Jump heavy into spin after the 3H. Learn from me. Do not do what I do. Fighting against Darius typically isn't that bad for our Teemo, just because they're able to keep him at bay pretty easily. The only thing really gotta worry about is just a raw super, because that hits from very far away. But for the most part, it isn't too bad. And then Ari is Ari. Right, try and dodge the Foxfires, try and force a block on the Spirit Rush. Really good. Also, not gonna lie, I may have forgotten how to do that combo there for this first set. And no, I am not kidding. You'll see I've dropped it, I'm pretty sure, twice in the set in the exact same way. It's like, wait, what button do I press again? Why or how I forget, I don't know. It is currently Teemo's favorite part of the game, which is he is winning. If Teemo is winning, he is okay. He just straight. I was gonna say he probably is, but he just straight up is the best character in the game when he is winning. When he's losing, he's one of the worst. And just in case you guys are wondering, no, I do not speak Spanish, so I have absolutely no idea what is being said on this commentary. Teemo hitbox. So Teemo's hitbox is so short that even though I tagged properly there in order to be able to block the break, it did not matter because it just did not reach me. The chip. Why did I not dash out? What you want to do there is parry the second hit and then dash away. Well, not dash away, but dash out and then 2H. Because Ari cannot dash until after the third Foxfire. Enjoy seeing this combo. It doesn't exist anymore. You're pairing. And see, told you, I just straight up forgot that combo. I don't know how or why or what for how I forgot that combo. I just did. What I didn't forget though is how busted super into tag is. Why does it exist? I don't know, but for as long as it exists, I will be using it, even though I hate it. And now it's pretty much over at this point. I have to be, there you go. I need to do a lot of stupid stuff in order to give up that comeback. Fortunately, that wasn't the case, and I will see you guys at winners finals. And now it is winners finals versus romantic style. Fighting against a team I have fought against way too many times. Shouts to Francois from my local over here, who before swapping to Ari Echo played Echo Alawi. So I got plenty of practice against it, and felt honestly it was either going to be this or Yasuo Darius, and I'd much rather this. And one thing I definitely do way too much though is I love to do some form of block string into spin into assist. Like I do that way too much, and for the most part it works. But if people are ready for it and push block it, then you're able to parry that spin dash or the forward S1. And also I now remember how to do the combo. Which then not only gives up any form of pressure I have and gives up my turn, but I also get punished for it. So I definitely do it way too much, and I also drop more combos. But I was gonna say, but I need to. But it's probably not looking too bad until I died. But at this point though, because again this is pre-nerfed Teemo, all I need now is to survive 2 more seconds. And that's UG. Teemo super assist pre-nerf is so f***ing powerful. It ain't Yasuo, but it's close. It's unable to tag out there. Yeah, right. Yeah, for the most part, most allies will basically do the same thing. They're going to do run forward S1 to try to be able to get rid of everything Teemo does. So what I'm going to be trying to do is basically trying to get him to do that, and then try and punish him properly for it. There's a spin again. How on earth did I confirm that? I have no idea. And remember I talked about before about the whole carried by Teemo thing? Never mind. Carried by Teemo by dropping combos. That's totally what I had in mind. And you did. That mix is so dirty. I have absolutely no idea what to do there. Sure you can. Guess for game. You guessed wrong. Give me your heart. So in tournaments, I tend to end rounds with a big super more often than not, either as a mental reset for me, or to try partially to get into the head of the opponent. Also, didn't really talk about the character swap. Vi definitely isn't as powerful a character as Echo, especially pre-patch. But Vi honestly does do pretty decently, I think, into Teemo, with the fact that her dash through as well as her punch are actually really good at dealing with mushrooms. That being said, though, you just dropped Echo for Vi. So that's a choice and a half. That is a choice and a half. And also a choice and a half is something that I really gotta stop doing, which is whatever is it? On Teemo Super into tag. I love going for empty lows, followed immediately by a high. Or if I go for a high, I'll almost immediately follow that with an empty low. I have a bad habit of falling into the pattern of I'm going to do one followed by the other, followed by the one, followed by the other, Also, we're just going to raw super here, trying to hit the divide, so that way we don't lose the super, but we lost the super anyways. Just trying to chip at this point. Trying to chip, try to catch her, and immediate assist. And that is a 3-0. And for the cosplayers in the background who are totally paying attention to what's going on with 2XKO, we move on to a grand finals. And remember when I said earlier about the whole not wanting to deal with Yasuo? Yeah, unfortunately my wish was not granted, and Danny ended up making it two grand finals over Romantic, giving me my third opponent in three matches, and made it to. So I now actually have to deal with my first Yasuo of the tournaments, which I was very thankful that I did not have to deal with one till now. One thing though I am pretty thankful for is he hasn't really, at least so far, not this round, he hasn't been all that interested in setting up a wind wall. He's kind of just been trying to poke the mushrooms instead. And that's definitely preferred if you're the Teemo player. If all the opponent does is run forward poke to try to break all the mushrooms, then it's pretty easy as a Teemo to either hit him with the slingshots, hit him with the darts, jump in with a light, jump in with the medium, try to catch them on these buttons. It's a lot easier to do something like that than it is, for example, like doing a lariat assist like Yasuo, Echo, Ari, Vi that clears. And just like that, run forward, very negative special. Gives plenty of time to try and whiff punish him for it. If you're going to run up and try and just poke down the mushrooms, you're probably better off doing like a run forward 2L or something that's not as committal. But run forward giant swing is very committal. And popping sounds from the commentators. Understandable. And the only time I ever feel safe from Yasuo is when that happens. Yeah, a shockingly low amount of wind walls at this point, and freaking Darius hitbox collision right there, making my forward S2 hit the air. Alright, so don't forget what we talked about before. The worst situation for Teemo is when he is by himself. Fortunately, though, and I don't know how, Teemo's, I guess, super amazing, speedy, wave dashing, I guess caught him pressing on Waker or something, I'm not sure. Unfortunately, though, level 1 into level 3, and so ends any chance I had at a comeback. And was doing round star 2M a good idea? No, not at all. I had 3 bars on Ari, right? I had super assists galore to then set up an insta overhead into full combo to try and kill from there, and the assist cooldown either was already available or was only a second or two away. So probably the worst thing I could have done is round star 2M, because just like what I said earlier about the Darius swing being very committal, so is Teemo's 2M. And then doing that against Yasuo of all characters with 3 bars is a death sentence when you're playing the character with the lowest HP. It's a kind of a death sentence no matter what character you're playing, really. But especially when you're playing Teemo. Too bad these don't count towards mastery levels. I have absolutely no idea. Actually, no, I do not. I wanted to just go for a regular combo there because I didn't want to give him any more fury bar. So the plan was the normal heavy, set of the bush, dart, heavy, light on fire. but I may or may not have forgot the heavy. So in return for that, I unfortunately gave him more break meter. Okay, so the best situations for me would be them having either no break meter or as low amount as humanly possible, and then me starting with them. That's kind of I think that's kind of everybody though. But so now this is the best spot. He does not have any break bar. I may only have a bar, but it's enough though, along with assist, to basically set up a kill on just about either character at this point. That much damage this team can deal out. All I need is one hit, and there it was. Yeah, so remember how I said before, don't do 2M, should not have done 2M round start? Was doing round start 2M a good idea? No, not at all. How about dash forward dart 2M round starts? Hey, my defense this time, I had break, and I still had a full character behind it. And with a few tosses and a one call out of watch out, it is now 2-0, and I am now one game away from taking the tournament and going undefeated for the entire tournament. Something that why did I get hit by that? I don't know. Also, this hurts a lot. Also, I'm kind of surprised he didn't do more in that combo to try and force a break, be it with the tag or doing something. I don't know. I mean, it worked. Toll. That unfortunately was a really good delayed heavy. And that is how things turn around, which is something that I really don't want to see, because at this time it was about 11 o'clock at night. I had been there for close to 12 hours, and I just wanted some food. I don't know how the happy birthday. I honestly have no idea how the happy birthday. Vayas.
Y mira, otra vez, otro lo va a tener. Ni siquiera va a gastar la barra. Una barra, por el amor de Dios.
Wonder how long until they nerf Teemo's damage. Really thought they were going to do that this patch.
Guardia, Dani necesita un milagro.
And one thing, especially when I'm playing this team, that I'll tell you guys. If Yasuo is on the other side of the screen, I will give them a full break bar if it means that he dies. My team really only loses to one character. And unfortunately, it's him. And unfortunately for him, he did not set up Windwall. And because of that, mix. Back to the trying your strategy again. Like I said, call assist, fire off some foxfires. Basically, just try and be annoying. And it is at this moment, out of the corner of my eye, I'm seeing Danny shake his head as Teemo does level 1 to level 1 there. This character's damage. Alright, and the goal here, he's almost got Fury. Can we poison him down and put him in chip before he can get Fury? I could not. Meaning, time to put mushrooms and run away. Because basically the one thing that I need to worry about against Darius is him just doing level 1. Because that covers so much space and can punish Teemo for doing a lot of stuff. And I'll be honest, I did not really do that. But I don't think he was looking for it. And because he wasn't looking for it, he ran right into the mushroom. Teemo got the last hit. And I managed to get my first official 2xKO tournament win. Gotta enjoy my time being carried by Teemo and figure out what I'm going to do once I can no longer be carried by Teemo. But like I said, that's it for me. Hope you guys have been enjoying 2xKO. Hope you guys have enjoyed the new patch. Let me know what you guys think. Also, let me know what champion do you guys hope is going to be coming out at the release of Season 1. I hope you have a good one. Until next time, I will talk to you guys later. Bye, guys.